Sam Jones said that back then in the days of the Civil War, he knew of a case where a young fellow there had an older brother, and both of them were in action, and they hadn't seen each other, separated by company as regiments for a while. And then he said, finally this younger brother got news his older brother was dying, and he got up a makeshift first aid station, which back in those days were a terror. They had arms and legs, big piles of arms and legs outside of them, feet and hands amputated with saws, and half the patients died under it. The ones that got through, to sit there looking at their piles of arms and legs piled up. And he heard about his brother being terribly sick and dying, and he went to the place where his brother was, and came there, and they were all a bunch of men, all this thrown together, lying on top of each other practically in kind of a shed. And there was a long running shed with a fireplace at one end of the thing, middle of winter, freezing cold. And he came to his brother and tried to talk to his brother about getting saved. His brother would just roll and toss and say, I'm hurt now, I can't talk to you. Partner, I can't talk to you. So let me talk to you just a minute, he said. He said, no, later. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you in the morning. But I'll talk to you tomorrow in the morning. But I'll talk to you tomorrow in the morning. So he got him in an army roll there and unrolled his bedroll and lay down beside his brother. Lay down beside his brother there at night and slept, and he had a dream. And he dreamt in the middle of the night that that place got real quiet, and all of a sudden he heard something. He looked over, and he saw his brother open his mouth. And when he opened his mouth, he said something came out of his mouth. So it looked like a soul. And that soul began to look up and down that shed in a panic, like a soul was in a panic. And then he said that soul went to the fireplace, and then ran over to a bed, and then ran over to a bunk, and then ran up the ceiling, and then ran around behind some logs and hid under some logs in the fireplace. And he said about a second later, the door opened, and in came a huge, shaggy-looking man in a black coat and a black hat. Walked around there looking around. He went over this body of this poor lion, his mouth open. He looked down at his mouth. Couldn't find what he was looking for. And he said he went around there and began to pick up blankets and pick up bedrolls and pick up logs and things and look around. And he said he heard that soul scream. And that huge, shaggy man reached down in the wood and picked up that soul and picked the thing up and took it out the window and flew off. And when the soul was screaming, it woke him up. And he woke up and looked at his brother over there, and his brother lying in that bedroll dead, lying like this. Mouth wide open. So that's just probably a dream. Yeah, well, it may be just a dream, but it sure got a lot to it. It sure got a lot to it. What shall a man